You're darn tootin'. It's Charlie the plumber here with Shelby and Zach. Good to have everyone here tonight.
We'll
have nobody here.
Anyone
right now.
shows up this week.
That's okay. I'm not in right now, so it's okay. It's all good.
Oh, he's still struggling.
Live. Do I have to join?
Click that.
What do you mean?
Click
Well,
that.
Click
Click
this. Yeah, I did that.
Scroll down. Hang on.
Charlie
I'll be
the
right back.
plumber.
It's a computer. This one shouldn't be as hard.
It's a computer issue. There it is. I'm live now.
You got
The old refresh button. Anyway, good to have everyone here. Oh, Graham's here. Graham is here.
Hi,
Good to have Graham. Nice to have everyone here. It's a great day outside. The weather is starting to get nice out.
It depends who you're talking to.
Say what?
Personally, I think this weather sucks ass.
What do you
he doesn't
like?
like the humidity. He likes
The last
68 and
4
sunny.
weeks.
68, 70, and sunny.
Okay.
I can do like 75. Anything over that.
So you don't like throwing feed bags. Careful there.
Yeah.
You don't like throwing feed bags when it's 90 in that
No.
back storage area.
No, I don't.
You need to friggin' jump up one more chain on the friggin' scrotum pole.
I don't understand.
That
what
way
you
you
were
can
gonna
just
say.
start pointing. You need to get back there and throw feed bags.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It would be something I will explain to you later.
Later.
You know what? I didn't plug in our friggin' Orion sign either. Shelb, that's behind us. Can you get that? I think it was actually your turn to plug it in
We
tonight.
don't take turns. It's only your responsibility.
Oh, all right. Well, I can
Responsibility.
either stop for a second or we can talk about my garden that's already planted.
Okay. You need to turn him down, Shelby.
Oh, I can work my way down. So, got everything done. I've got look at everyone just shot up there now.
Shot there like a rabbit.
Badass is here. Travis is here.
What is that crown by Graham? I know she's the queen. But
It's a leaderboard. It's a new thing that YouTube itself rolled out, and it's based on number of messages sent to see where you rank
nice.
up and down.
So
Sweet.
it's the old story. You're number one. You're number
one.
one.
Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk.
Same
stop it.
tune,
Oh,
just
yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit different.
No. don't do
So,
that.
Shelb, how you doing this week?
I'm very spacey this week.
Like,
What's different from last week?
Good question.
Okay.
so you're that way because you've got a lot of stuff going on and not a lot of time to do it, or what do you think the story is?
Oh, I don't. Well, I worked 5 days in a row, which I know is normal for all of America.
Yeah.
But it's different at the hospital. It's mentally taxing.
Stop.
I can't. What?
Your dad is here. Good
See
to
ya.
have you
Hi,
here,
Dad.
Pops. Good to have you.
Look at that picture of him. So handsome.
Usually he doesn't check in the last couple of weeks, so it's
No.
nice that he come and he checked in. So anyway,
You know what my mom does?
your mom sits there and goes, "Turn it up, dear, because I can't hear it over here."
She loves loud stuff, but she her music's loud, TV's loud, but it's okay because I kind of do that too. If you ask Zach, but she broadcasts it on their TV, so they sit in the living room and watch it.
Oh, that's even better to
Uh-huh.
watch something on
The
a
big
big screen like that. You know, and that's the thing at Shady Acres. So we have a TV issue again because we got this.
It's a cable issue up there, and it's a hard one to fix but what we didn't have before was ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be way easier to fix.
You think so?
I think
Did you
so.
have Chat GTP last week?
Yeah, I didn't watch TV in there.
Well, I'm just wondering because you were inside playing on your phone and computer. You could have Chat GTP'd it right up, and it could have been fixed by
I
the time
could
we got
have,
up
but
there.
you don't know anything about electronics. I needed Arcade's help.
I have zero friggin' electronic stuff. I can plug an extension cord in. I can rewire an extension cord,
Yeah.
something like that. But when it comes to the small electronics, I'm out.
Shelby, this is your
Forget
opportunity.
about it.
This is your opportunity. Ask them
What?
to install those lights.
Hey, will you install those lights?
Sure. Sure. When do you want to do it?
I don't know.
When are you off?
This weekend.
This weekend? You want me to work on a weekend? Do we have the lights? I know we have the
We
lights.
have the lights. We have the wire.
We have the wire. Do we have plugs and switches?
Yes, I have everything.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't have
Um,
to be this weekend. I don't care when it
Do
is.
you have them where you're going to hang them up?
We've talked about putting 2 over in her laundry room area.
Okay.
And
Why
then,
is it hers?
well, because as the as
Wait,
being a sexist
what'd you
pig
say?
that I am, she should only cook and only clean. And as a coworker of mine says, all they should do, they shouldn't be
Okay,
able to vote,
easy,
and they
easy.
should
Don't say that
only
part.
bear children.
Yeah. Okay, good. You didn't say it the way I thought you were. Yeah.
I can't wait until you get home tonight and you're sleeping
And
and
she
she's
beats me with a bag of
beating
soap.
you. She's beating you with a sock full of nickels.
I'm gonna take the corn on the cob home.
There you
Just-
go.
I'd be fine not to work.
I was having a conversation with that large ginger man
Yes,
today.
yes. I figured
And
that's who it was.
We were talking about a new team member that we have. She is a D1 equestrian
Oh, really?
athlete.
Okay.
And he's like, well, horseback riding's not a sport.
So now he's
Same with
How is horseback riding
hold
not
on.
a sport?
He said, so like explain this to me. Horseback riding, cheerleading, dance, those aren't really sports per se.
Okay.
And then he started to build on it. He's like, okay, well, I guess cheerleading and dance, yeah, because they're more of a team. And then we were talking about it. What makes equestrian a sport? How can you become a D1 athlete in equestrian?
And can you say what equestrian is? Because my parents
Horse.
probably don't know.
Horseback riding,
Yes,
basically.
yeah.
Jumping barrels, racing horses, all the above.
I mean, you have to train the horse. I feel like it's just,
They don't have their own horse.
huh?
They fly from school
Well,
to school, and
Hang
That-
on, let him
that's-
finish.
Okay, go ahead.
they fly from school to school. And say you go to Southern Kentucky. I only chose them because
So Ken,
so can.
They,
Yep.
they have a lot of horses.
Horses.
Yeah.
And they own the horses, and they just randomly pair you
yeah.
with a horse.
So the college owns the horses?
Yes.
Interesting.
Or something along those lines.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you do not have any. So you get there, you could have, say, last year you rode Sally. Next year you could be riding Xing.
So is Mr. Ed still around? I mean, is he still available to ride?
Mr. Ed.
I'm missing it.
Like the
Graham, can you
I know-
help us, or maybe Dia? Can you help? Go ahead, Google it.
I know Mr. Ed, but
A horse is a horse, of course.
course,
A
of
horse, a
course.
horse, a horse, of cose. This is Mr. Ed.
my mom says that all the time.
Yeah, see, your mom knows.
My
She's
mom
as
knows.
smart. She's as smart as me. Not
I
smarter.
think she's probably a little smarter.
Not smarter, just as smart.
Graham said, will it be fixed, meaning the TV, by June 29th?
Oh, they're going up there for a week.
Well,
Next weekend, I am going, or next Thursday, I'm going up in the morning, and I will be hopefully either coming home. I might be going up Wednesday night.
Shelby
as
and I threw this out.
What do we
well.
throw out?
Why'd you throw it out?
No,
Now we got to pick it out of the garbage.
because we threw this out that we could shoot up north Friday night if you guys decided to go up
This Friday,
this
Tomorrow?
Friday, tomorrow.
and you're working the weekend, or you're
We're off this
oh,
weekend.
No.
See, now
And
We have a-
I didn't
we have
know
a
that
free weekend.
until 2 days ago.
I was
So it's
going to
our-
say, because I did ask you, and you said I have no free weekends until.
Well,
She
so
works
it's-
a 12 though, and I work till close, so
Oh.
we get up there late.
we
But
get up there at like 11:30.
I'd probably be hammered.
yeah, no way.
So I don't really want to go if we're gonna get up there that late.
Well,
We've done it once before. You and I can talk on the ride home, but you guys think about it,
Okay.
and all you gotta do is sleep in the car.
I have to pack the dogs, get all the crap around, and I
No,
don't
that-
even have
that's
time
all
to
easy.
do that. Okay. I don't want
Anyway,
We'll talk about it.
Okay,
so
that
we
means
do
we're
need
going.
the.
Oh, I can't. I have a baby shower or a bridal
yeah, yeah.
shower on Saturday.
That's true.
You can go without me. Ha.
No, I'm good.
No, you should.
So going back on Mr. Ed, I guess Ed's dead.
Oh,
Mr. Ed the horse is dead.
Mr.
did you see
Ed.
what Cooney said? Zach, have you ever rode a horse? One, yes, I have. And she said it's a very hard skill. I wonder what horse she's rode.
Read what Graham said. Graham said that makes them good, like the horseback riders. That makes
Why
them
are
good
we
because
reading what Graham said? This is your. That's
That
why
is true.
your payroll says Shelby the reader.
Comment reader.
you guys are getting payroll.
we all own part of the podcast equally.
Dang.
We all collect the same amount.
As I was saying,
Yeah, go
Graham
ahead.
said that makes them good horseback riders because they have to know how to figure out the horse's personality.
That's also what I looked up, and it said is that they don't necessarily, because Dane's like, well,
I'd
the
like
horse-
I'd like him to get on a horse and try.
the horse does all the work. Why do they get the scholarship? And I was kind of thinking about like, yeah, that's kind of true.
you guys
So
are so
here's
crazy.
my thing with this whole conversation. You've got a new D1 equestrian working at your store.
Yeah.
So you know what that means?
No.
He is 100% afraid that she's going to know more about something than he does.
Ugh.
He
No.
was the ultimate farm gardener, chicken man, whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
Not-
maybe he's a little intimidating.
Yeah,
No,
you
she's-
got the intimidation
She's
factor
in
going
college.
in.
She doesn't know enough yet.
Don't know.
Yeah, you never know. You know, it's the old story. If you can't dazzle them with brilliance, got to
Just
baffle them
don't
with bullshit.
Dazzle him at all. Right. That.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's when you get right into horseback riding and the equestrian thing, it goes back to kind of like having a child in soccer.
Okay.
Soccer is a sucky sport for a parent, and so is equestrian or horseback riding. You know why? Because soccer is spring and fall. What does it do in the spring and fall? It rains. It's
Mhm.
friggin' cold out. It's damp out. Years ago, they didn't have all the friggin' good, cool clothes that you can wear now. And when you used to take someone to a riding stable, it was friggin' cold and it was crappy out.
They
and
also
it was
didn't
dark in
have
there.
buddy heaters that you guys could bring. And if I have to do anything like this, I'm gonna have so much shit. We went to her cousin's baseball game the other day. I was like,
Vinny?
No,
No,
Wasn't
not
that-
my
that
cousin
is
Vinny.
that
No.
is a
Love that
thing.
movie though.
But I asked her, I was like, do you want me to bring like a buddy heater, like a blanket? So I'm like, what do you want me to bring? Because I'll bring it all. I don't give a shit.
Right.
And
And
what'd you take?
she said nothing. So I said, I asked her, I was like, you going to bring your baseball glove? She's like, why? I was like, what if you catch a foul ball? And she wouldn't bring it. So I brought mine, but then or mom's old one. And I played catch with the kids for
There you go.
a couple hours.
Well, she is a
And
girl, so
I-
maybe she can't catch
Um,
very
She
well.
can't throw.
Listen, I gave
You play ball like a girl.
I gave them money for the concession stand.
Yeah,
Oh.
she
Oh,
was
yeah.
rich.
Yeah.
She must have been the rich cousin because she kept pulling out
It
money like
was
it was nothing.
A $5 bill and like a few ones.
She spent
Listen,
$23
I
in
did not.
concessions.
So
What'd you buy, Zach?
Nothing. Oh, no.
Excuse me.
Mozzarella sticks.
Excuse me. And
A hot dog.
thank you.
Wow, did you go to have lunch or you
So-
just went to watch
Well-
some kids play a game?
Well,
No,
all the
we were there
kids-
for 2 games.
All the kids were there getting ice cream, and then he wanted something, and my aunt's like, get whatever you want. And he's like, no. And he made me pay for it when my aunt was going to pay for
Duh.
it. But,
You want something, Zach? No, I'm good.
but,
Shelby,
yeah.
can you get me
But-
some?
So, my cousin and her friend, my cousin Grace, brought her friend, and they had found $5 on the ground somewhere. So they were like, we're going to the concession stand and we're going to get stuff. I'm like, what can the two of them get for $5? Like, they can't each get something, because I don't know how much everything is. So I pulled out another $5 and I was like, here you go. She goes, no. And I was like, just take it. She's like, I can't. And she's looking at her mom, and her mom's like, you can take it. No. And so she wouldn't. So I looked at her brother, they're triplets. I looked at, I
Little
looked at,
bastard just grabbed
I
it like
looked at
nothing.
Joseph. I go, here you go. He goes like this. He goes and looks at me. Do you want something? I said, no,
Well, that-
it's okay.
That was nice.
It
At
was
least
so cute. It was like as he snatched it, he looks at me with the cutest little puppy dog eyes. Do you want something? I said, no, it's okay. Get whatever you want.
So can you do me a favor? Can you read
Mm.
what Timmer just said? Talking about sucky sports. This brings a whole new meaning to what's going on here.
Try
synchronized
synchronized
or
swimming.
competitive dance. Ew.
And
Drive several hours to watch 3 minutes of competition, then wait all afternoon for the fuddy judges to decide who wins. Shelby, I give you props for doing 5 in a row. That would be brutal. Thanks, Connie. She gets it.
5 in a row. What?
5 in a row,
Shifts.
5
Oh.
days in a row, 5 working days in a row.
Yep.
But we got no props for her being off last week for 4 days.
Yeah.
I was
Like
not
a
off
fi-
for 4 days. I was off for 3.
Like a fireman with your 4-day.
You know, there's a reason why you get stretches off. So I would like you to shadow for 1 day, and then
Would
You
you
can tell
would
me.
you take me to shadow
Absolutely.
you? Because I could be the biggest fan of yours ever.
I'd be giving someone a breathing treatment. This is how I always barter with giving people their meds when their food comes. Because always, whenever I want to give someone their breathing treatment, their food comes. Ugh. Well, I can't do that right now. And I say, well, what if I give you your medicine and then I get your food ready at the same time? And then they always say yes. And I could just picture me cutting someone's pancakes and him going, no, I got this. And putting his gloves on and just cutting up someone's pancakes and talking to them about
And you-
everything.
And you
Oh,
know,
you know them who lives next door to them, who
That's
grew
right.
up over there.
and you know the bites would be way too big
Yes,
because
and
I would
everybody
just
would
jam it right in my
And
mouth.
everyone would choke.
Uh,
Ugh.
synchronized swimming and now
Okay,
competitive
synchronized
dance
swimming could be cool.
I don't think so.
Okay.
is what
I got
happened-
out of swimming class in high school.
If they screwed up one time,
Yeah.
then it's no longer synchronized.
Exactly. That's
Kinda
the
like-
point. That's like the Motor City Rockettes, the dancers at Christmas time who always
Yes.
dance downtown. We used to go there.
How come they don't come into Detroit no more?
I think they do.
I've been trying to buy tickets for Super K because I hear they wear short skirts and they're cute.
Can you stop?
I'm sorry. I'm just I like
You're
Christmas.
so annoying.
Yeah, so as far as the sports go, and you know what else I think would be a bitch
Okay.
is to be an umpire. Not so much like a soccer umpire
an
or whatever the
auctioneer?
hell a soccer referee, but like a baseball umpire.
Like the one at the game that got smoked in the head with a freaking ball.
I didn't see that.
At her cousin's game.
Oh, this was just the other day.
Yeah.
She didn't see it because she was at the concession
Yeah.
stand.
No, I didn't. He got hit in the nose.
So the best was when you used to have like the 12, 13-year-old kids umping the games, and the friggin' parents just chirp, chirp, chirp. And it's always the same friggin' parents, and they're chirping away, and all of a sudden you see the little, I won't say little kid, the young man or young lady stop the game. He's like, you know what? We're done with this. You're out of here. You think that ever happened? It did
Mhm.
happen by one kid. I seen it.
No.
It was online. So anyway, I lost all track of thought where the hell we were at.
I'm trying to find out if the Rockettes still perform.
No. Well, that's good that you're working on that.
Opening night was November 29th, 2005, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, that's been a long time ago. So anyway, we've got the garden is in. Got that taken care of. I got some watering that's been taken care of.
Oh, they're only in New York this year.
New York is such a butthole city. Have you ever been?
Once for a choir competition.
Whoa, really?
I was in show choir, competition choir.
Timmer, what do you think it would be like being at a competition
Just
for
ask
show
Dia.
choir?
He's in here.
Dia, I'm asking a friend. Maybe does he have an alternate ego, like a different name on here, just in case?
No, Dia.
Because I don't want him to smash all her hopes and dreams.
Who, mine?
He
Yeah.
He
could be.
loved it. He would always, also for marching band, he would always volunteer at sporting events. And
like, what did he do? What did he volunteer for?
he would work concession stands at the football games. He would work concessions at Red Wings games and anything that was going on at the Joe. So they'd all carpool down there, and any tips that they would earn, they split up evenly between the parents that were there, and that money goes into their children's accounts to pay for their school trips and all that stuff.
What if you found out in like a couple of years your dad actually just pocketed all that money, didn't give you shit?
He didn't, because they're not allowed to.
What if that was the case though?
I still went on all my trips.
So when
I was
you're
never denied anything
Okay.
when it came to
valid.
my traveling.
30 years down the road, you're digging through the old records and stuff like that. And you
Yeah.
pull it out and you see
Shelby
like a
show
note.
choir.
You see a note and you see like $100 in there or something like that.
Oh, I'm taking it. I'm just putting it in my pocket at that point.
Look. He's saying that
Look.
he loved it.
I loved show choir.
He loved
I think
it.
okay. Comparatively,
wait
hold
a
on.
minute,
Hold
wait a
on.
minute. All right, go ahead.
Comparatively, I do think show choir would be more entertaining than synchronized swimming.
So what is show choir? Help me out here.
You remember Glee, the show Glee?
I don't think I ever watched it.
So show choir is singing and doing a choreographed dance as a group of like 40 people all.
What
at the same
happens if you can't do them both at the same time?
Then you're not in show choir.
Do you get like a different
You know
group
what's
you can be
so
in?
funny about this is you have little to no rhythm.
I have rhythm.
You don't have
I
like
have so much
dancing
rhythm.
rhythm.
What are you
Like
talking
I
about?
can't imagine you
What are
being
you
up there
talking
dancing.
about? No way.
So
You're
what was your
crazy.
job in show choir?
I was just a part of it.
I mean, were you dead center? Were you off to the far
I was
right
top,
field or
top
left
ri-
field?
So like if this is it, I was like back here,
Okay.
top right.
Okay. So
Actually mid though.
So the guy that or a girl that stood in front of you, how tall were they? How tall are you? 5'5"?
3 3/4.
5'3". So the people behind you were like 5'5", 5'6". So you had to actually duck your head like this
Kinda.
so that they could see you in between there. So it does that solidifies Zach's thought that
something like that.
you're not a good dancer. That's why they put you out in right field.
No.
Well, you know what? I'm sure you were really good at what you did, and I
was.
know that you can sing. So if nothing else, if they didn't want you to dance, but they wanted you to sing, you have a place. There's no question about it.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well,
How many
that
years
means
ago
that
did I
you're a
graduate?
very good singer,
13?
but maybe not so good of a dancer.
I also
I w-
didn't get any of the solos I tried out for. That hurt a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that also probably isn't an easy. It's just like trying out for a sport and not making the team.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Zach in 10th grade when he was trying out for baseball.
Freshman.
Hadn't thrown the ball, freshman baseball, hadn't thrown the ball in 7 friggin' years. Yeah, I'm going to try out for baseball.
It wasn't that long. I don't think.
It was quite a while. And I will give you this. You have natural talent when it comes to shit like that. Don't blow your head up because I played golf with you last week and I think I actually beat you.
You
so-
didn't beat
Boy.
me.
Okay.
You
Anyway.
didn't beat me.
Anyway, you have natural talent on something like that. So he hadn't thrown a baseball in 7 years. So I'm going to try out for baseball. He did make the first cut, and he probably would have made the second cut if he tried a little harder.
It's so funny.
That's true.
It is funny, but it's yeah. So anyway, we got some stuff going on this week. So here's what we're doing. We've got our local. I don't know if I even want to get into that. That's going to bring me down.
What?
I
now
was
you
gonna,
have to say it.
I was going to
That's
bring up
annoying.
the whole car show and
Okay, bring it
Pinewood
up.
Derby thing, but
Bring it up.
it's just it. So here's the thing.
Bring it up.
So I'm bringing it up. I'm coming. So at our local Lions Club, we have this thing that everyone is, you always try to pick up a different fundraiser and whatnot. So last year, one of our members brought in a car show. And 2 years ago, he brought in as well. And it did very well. And basically, it's just his neighbors and friends that all have cars. And they're like, hey, we want to show our cars off. He's like, yeah, bring them down here. We'll get a little raffle going, a little 50-50. We'll split the money up, this, that, whatever. So the first year they come up with like I'm going to say it was like $700. And they had probably 30, 35 cars. So last year they brought in, there was like 55 or 57 cars. Great car show. I mean, it was friggin' awesome. I got down there, it started at 9 to 1, I think. So short 4-hour time frame. People can come in, they can ballyhoo, show their cars off. You know, to get that all going, lift the hoods and all that stuff. Brought in like $1,500. It's great money for a 4-hour friggin' thing. So this year we get talking because I'm a member of the Eagles Club. And the Eagles one night, you know, we're sitting in there having a pop or two, and they're like, hey, you guys want to get in the Pinewood Derby? It's like, well, what's up with that? Like, yeah, we're doing a Pinewood Derby fundraiser where you can build a car, costs you $25 to buy the car block, and then you build it and you come in and race it. I thought it was a great idea. So we said, okay, yep, let's do this. You know, let's give her hell. And, you know, over the years, we've had different stuff at our club that has done very well. Some of it kind of petered out after a bunch of years. And so everything kind of takes its toll. So I fire out this friggin' email. Yeah, we're having this Pinewood Derby. And I was pretty fired up about it. Got zero response. One guy in the club's like, yeah, when are you going to get them cars? I'd like to build one. Okay. He's like, when can I race it? Oh, you know, anytime after, 9 o'clock in the morning, you can put them on the track, test run, whatever the hell you want to do. So we've had zero response. Zero. It's like, what do you do? Do you cancel it? So now it's like, okay, now I've got 25 cars sitting upstairs, and I've got a point where I just want to say, you know what? Let's build 25 cars and race them. So some be blocks of wood, some be painted, some be badass, some be not badass. They have people, you know, we paid for the cars anyway. And so after I got zero response, kind of pissed me off. One Friday I sit down, I got the new CTP thing out. And I write this big letter. You know, we've had horse shows, chicken barbecues, fairs, fundraisers, this, that, and the other. You know, do you guys like it? Really sounded great, professional, the whole bit. They're like, oh, yeah, we missed the friggin' chicken barbecues and this and that and the other. And at the bottom of it, I put the ad for Pinewood Derby. You know what, the responses I got?
What's that?
Cricket,
Cricket.
cricket, cricket, cricket. F you, people from my town.
Okay, easy.
Sorry.
Easy.
That's
To be
discouraging.
fair,
Be fair for me.
okay.
Give me the other side.
Pinewood Derbies and the Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts is not really a thing anymore.
I understand. So my thought was, hey, that's cool. We did it years ago. Wouldn't it be cool to friggin' build a car now? Because nowadays there's people like you that got lasers and all these people that work in wood shops at GM and Ford and Chrysler.
But I think you're few and far between based on this audience. I mean, the median income in Washington Township is probably 75 to 80 grand.
You think so?
I would say at least that.
So
Impressive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
stuck up, they don't really need to do shit like that.
I would
Why?
agree.
Most of them don't know how to friggin' cut their grass, let alone. So wrong, right choice, wrong audience.
Broadcasted on the TV.
No. Nice.
Well, because
so,
it is cool. The concept is cool, but I feel like that's part of your issue is that you're.
So here's my question to you.
Okay.
Do we, because we've told the Cub Scouts that, or Boy Scouts that kind of trickle, we have a club that we have a Boy Scout troop that not rents our hall. We give our hall to them so they can do their meetings on Monday or Tuesday nights. So they have 10, 12, 15 kids. Well, the place that has the Boy Scouts that have the track have said, we'll donate the track. We'll donate the time to set up. We'll run it for you just because it's a little bit more of a challenge. And so my thought was, great, we'll give you a portion of our proceeds, whatever they are,
Right.
back to your club so you guys can go camping and do whatever the hell you do. And
Do whatever the hell you do.
yeah, well, yeah, I mean, Boy Scouts, and I will say this, that as a Boy Scout or a Cub Scout, it's not that you're a Boy Scout or a Cub Scout, it's who your leaders are. How much do your leaders do to show you different stuff?
That's fair.
And we've got, I think, a pretty good group of people. So do you just make 25 cars to try to get people that are there, that look at it and go, wow, that was a lot of fun. Maybe we should try that next year. Or do we just say, you know what, we're going to cancel it right off the bat?
Honestly, I mean, how are you guys advertising this?
Social media.
Limited and few and far between.
Limited in the area. I did think about doing the, what do you call that when you pay for it and it goes out to X, Y, and Z?
Ads.
Yeah.
That, in my opinion, that's, you got from here on out, every event that you guys are putting on, you should be doing either Google ads, Facebook ads, or some sort of ads, and that should be part of the budget of the event, probably $200, $300, because no one sees this shit. If you go on Washington Township right now, I can post my laser signs on Washington Township and get a ton of responses. But if I post at the wrong time, I get 0 response.
Right.
True.
And I'm sure there's a lot of that stuff. Minnow races never had a bad time doing that. What is a minnow race, Timmer? Is that where you put the boats in the water and they kind of like the plastic ducks that float down the river?
Plastic ducks.
You going to tell us what Badass said, or do you want me to read it for you?
She's busy. She's,
But I'm calculating something. He said, I'm an Eagle Scout and my dad was our scoutmaster more than half the time I was a Boy Scout because, all of a sudden got to spend so much time with him. Oh, wouldn't change it for the world. That's cute. Also, Graham said, we lost the small town atmosphere. It's no longer what it used to be. People are not interested in participating in small town activities. It's true.
That is a true story. It's just,
But it's also, you guys are closer to Hall Road, like the next coming Hall Road, than anything. A
True.
small town now is Armada.
correct.
And you're not going to find, or Elmont or
even,
any of those. And eventually those are going to be big.
Well, so my thing with the club is, obviously I've been around a long time with the club, with my dad, with my mom, relatives, whatever going on. And we've done a lot of cool stuff over the years with that. It's one of them things that like right now, we just approved a big remodel at the club. And our club is 6,000 square foot. It's a nice little venue for showers and, weddings and whatever.
grad parties,
whatever the case may be. It's
a great
a
place.
Lions club, but it's one step up from the Lions club that we knew as kids. It's not the VFW, not the old smoky whatever. And I don't think there's ever been a stripper in this new club.
What?
Okay.
I can't say much about
What
the
does he
old
mean?
club, but
The old club maybe a few times.
might have been
What
a
are you
little
talking
bit,
about?
might have been like an old fashioned Lions club or a VFW or
Is that
just
a thing?
a kind of a
Probably back in the day, yeah.
So anyway,
Ew, I wish you never said that.
so we have this vision that we're putting some money back into the club because the club has to be self-supporting. If the club doesn't make it as a rental for weddings, showers, birthdays, grad parties, whatever, there's a very good chance that the town around us could swallow us up and friggin' make that into either houses or parks or whatever the case may be. So we're trying to still be relevant in the town. And how do you be relevant? I mean, what's the thing? We've tried the carnivals during the summertime. Last carnival we did, lost $300 for its 4-day carnival.
Jeez.
Plus the week before and the week after that we did it. Sucks ass. Not doing that no more. Anyway.
That's crazy.
It is. It's a shame, but
Connie
it
just
is what
asked
it
for
is.
2 tickets for the Wild Game dinner.
That's the only event that is sold out
I
year
know.
after year
There's no
after
tickets
year.
for it. It's already sold out years in advance.
Dude, she's got a better chance at 2 tickets to Paradise than she does.
I
to
know.
That
friggin-
is true.
I feel bad, but it's just the
Uh.
truth. There's no way. There's no way.
So give me what Timmer said here, Shelb.
Timmer said 2.
Tickets.
Okay.
Okay.
2. I don't understand what he's saying. Eave troughs. Is that
that's,
what he?
that's
okay.
like a gutter
So
downspout.
2 10-foot eave troughs capped on both ends, filled with water. 2 funnels in the center. People buy a minnow in a coffee cup for X amount of dollars, and people bet on who's going to win when it's dumped. That's so weird.
And do you get to eat the minnows when they're done?
Why do you need to eat the minnows?
Such a Canadian thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you got the golden shiners going on, if it's spring, fall, whatever the case may be,
Badass said, couple up, said, we are a small town and don't have any Boy Scouts anymore.
and that's
I feel like it's a dying field. Not field, but whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Mark!
it
Hi,
is.
Mark. Why are you laughing?
Speaking of prison,
Prison Mark said, hello all, good to see you. I used to belong to a club called the Frontier until it closed down.
Why are you laughing at that?
Just because Prison Mark, he's a funny guy.
What's the frontier?
it's
I
like
don't know.
it's like
It's
the Cub
probably
Scout.
out in St.
Why are you
John's.
laughing at it?
Just because it's Prison Mark, you know.
Do you think he'll come to our wedding?
You can ask him.
Prison Mark, are you coming to our wedding?
Well, now you opened up a big can of worms because you got a bunch of other people that may or may not got invited.
No, it's hunting people. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, how about Lonnie?
I think
He's
some
not
of
in here.
us- Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know. He's not in here.
Right.
Anyway, you'll find out. It's kind of like when you
I
have
said you'll see.
when you have a baby
Yeah.
and you don't know what the thing is, what the
What the gender is,
what
not what
the
the
gender
thing
is.
is.
You know
what the thing
eventually
is.
what's going to happen, Shelby?
What's that?
You'll find out.
Well, I mean, eventually we have to know. Whoop whoop. They're coming.
Badass said, or Timmer said, Badass and I want to come.
Ever seen Wedding Crashers? Yeah.
You forgot to tell them where it was at.
I mean, they could find out if
It
they
was
wanted to.
in Kentucky at the horse
Yeah.
place.
Where you-
Remember?
Oh,
Where you,
yeah,
where you got the horse riding
Yeah.
thing.
In Punta Cana on the beach.
Well, if it helps anyone here, the wedding is on November 1st. So just wanted to give you that heads up. And that is hunting season. So
It is,
you
yeah.
have to pick and choose what you want to do.
It's one day.
If you
It's
told them,
one day.
if you told them it was in Punta Cana, I think Timmer and Eric would just go down there and sit shirtless and stare at each other.
I'm sure. they
First
would.
time meeting in Punta Cana.
They're gonna be walking down the beach one, and they're gonna be like they're French, so they got the speedos on, little
Oh, yeah.
skin tight speedos
Sick.
with a sock shoved in the front.
So, so it looks bigger.
I hate it here.
So anyway, I was
Crashing a
up,
wedding is worth any hunting day. LOL, Zach. That's funny. Ugh. What?
so we did go to one.
I
up,
crashed a wedding before.
we did go to one up in where the hell was that? Where was Cody's at?
UP?
Menominee, Michigan,
Menominee.
Me, the UP.
and it was obviously in the UP.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
It was right next to Marinette, Wisconsin. How about that? That
Good
one just friggin'
job.
snapped right out there.
Dang.
But this was a true UP wedding. Had an
Yep.
absolute great time.
It was a great wedding.
And at the end of the night, why am I drawing a blank here?
Unsure.
Stahava been drinking had friggin' clothespins on his things up top here at the end of the night. So if that tells you anything, we did have a good time.
I don't understand.
He had clothespins on his nipples.
Oh, why?
You were there.
Why?
I don't remember.
Don't you remember?
No,
Well, maybe you shouldn't have drank so much.
I didn't.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Timmer, one thing I will answer for that. It is November 1st. We're probably leaving on November 7th, 10th, something like that for 10 or 12 or 14 days. He's already said that his clothes are packed and he's in the truck. So I don't think that would be much of an issue, but
That
you
is
never
true.
know.
I will be at deer camp. That's why we're going to the what's that thing called, Shelb?
What?
You
Deer-
weren't paying attention.
That's
Punta
why I don't
Cana?
understand what you're saying.
Punta Cana?
Honeymoon?
Honeymoon.
It didn't make sense what you were saying.
In February-ish?
You said January.
January, February, one of the
Maybe
two.
it's both months. Maybe he's taking you on like January
No, we have to
30th
go
and you're
soon
staying till
because
February 2nd.
I want to be able to have a cocktail on our honeymoon, and if I'm pregnant, I'm not going to be
If-
able to.
January is when you want to go. I'm down.
All right, let's do it then.
All right,
Run
sweet.
it.
Let's get it set up right now.
Yeah.
Let's get it friggin', let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Anyway, so we got a new deer blind today, or actually we've had it for maybe a month or so, portable, that I opened up. I've been getting scolded by someone in this room because I haven't reviewed it yet. Well, unfortunately, when I come home from deer camp, I don't know if I was drunk the whole week or what happened, but I actually lost some of my equipment, and I think that he took it all home. Well, now I've got it all back. So I broke out the one blind today.
Do you have everything that you need? Because I have some
think
more
so.
of my stuff. Okay.
No, I think I'm good. So I did pull this thing out tonight, the blind that is, and set it up. It is a nice hub blind, and we have that video coming. And I think that it's a decent blind. I really think that it's an okay. Now, the thing that gets me is these all come from across the pond. Is that correct?
I would assume so, yeah.
So how
Across
do
the
they
pond.
pick how they're going to make this stuff? I mean, this is a company that, did they buy it from someone else? Did they say this is a great blind, we're going to make it? What's the story?
Probably mass produced.
Okay. So this is what they call a 270 blind. 270 being that it is screened on 270 degrees of that 360 degree circle. So the back wall is solid. It has a great big door, like on 5 Spot's door. If you guys watched that video, this door flipped up. This one is about the same size, but opens sideways. I mean, it's like over here. Like over here. And then there's also a fire door in the back of it in case the tent starts on fire, in case you like fall asleep and it catches the back of your blue jeans on fire. You can always cut a chase out the back door if you needed to, or if you were in doing anyway.
No.
But I will say that, when I hear the screening on these tents, the 270, the 360, I assume that it's like a pair of fishnet stockings
Okay.
or something like that. This is a very tight weave. So when you're sitting in that blind, you can see out. But if it was like a buck with whatever, to throw the glasses up, I don't know if you would actually be able to see. And that might be a good test tomorrow. Tomorrow's FOF. So maybe I will get my binocs out. And while I'm doing this video again, I'm going to check that. My other question to you guys is, can you shoot out of these blinds without opening the window? Or do you have an issue where the ballistics or that bullet is going to be like hitting a tree limb or something like that? That's a great question.
You and Pops have done it.
Asshole! You're an asshole! And you know what Pops would say? You know what he'd say?
What did he say?
You're an asshole, Zach!
I don't think you're supposed to shoot through any of those blinds. Just because you can, I mean, why would you shoot through a brand new blind? Would you do that with your Ameristep?
My Ameristep, the new one that I've got.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what they say is you can do this. I'm questioning, do people do it?
If they do, I think they're retarded.
I don't think you can say that.
I can say whatever
No, I
I
don't
want
think
on
you
here.
can.
Because why would you shoot through something that you just paid $300 for?
I have no idea. I mean, because that way you don't have to worry about the window coming down, you spooking the deer, whatever the case may be. So this blind that I've got, a few things that I like about it, and I do have a 360 as well. I'm not sure why I got the hands going tonight, but
Okay.
we've got the hands going on.
Jazz hands.
That's right.
I would know I was in show choir.
Show choir. Yeah, that's all you could see in the back row.
Yeah,
was her
it's
hands
just me
going.
doing that.
And she had to raise them up real high because
Because otherwise you can't see
that
me.
6-foot guy in front of her friggin' blocked her from dancing.
Ugh.
So anyway,
My dance partner was like my height. Sorry, Dylan, you're short. Anyway, we were the same height. That's how they match you up.
Timmer shot through the screen on his pop-up.
I feel like it's weird though.
Well, and that's the question. Does it affect the ballistics of the bullet and or ballistic of the arrow? I know that when I shot through my Menards Booner blind and it went like that,
Yeah.
it definitely didn't help the ballistics of the arrow. And when my dad shot through the friggin' bottom of his wood blind, the only good thing that was for was the next year he told my nephew Jake, Uncle Theo's kid, he's like, Jake, can you go out and put my heater hose through the hole in the blind? He's like, which one? Through the one you shot the arrow through, or the other one where it goes through? You know what he told Jake?
Which one?
F off.
You're an asshole, Jake.
Funny.
But so anyway, these are things that I'm curious about because this mesh is pretty heavy. And one nice thing that I like about it, it's got the slide windows. So it's got the same slide as what we got going on in the winter blind.
Okay.
Slides up and down, but the window height I think is a great height. Height. That's what I said.
You're
Height.
saying height.
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 Height. Like 414. Height. Anyway.
I don't think that's how it goes.
It could be.
Okay.
So I think the window height is great.
Window what?
Window height
Oh, okay.
is great. But they also sent this little stool. I mean, it's a 3-legged stool
Okay.
that it would be something that you would sit on while you're pulling teats.
Oh, like you're milking a cow, like
Yeah.
one of those small, short ones.
Little small stools.
Yeah.
My
But,
mom's friend wants a goat so that she can have fresh goat milk.
Who?
My mom's friend, her best friend, wants
Your
a
mom
goat.
should get one.
What's my mom gonna do with the goat?
She does
What's
have
my dad gonna do with the goat?
She does have a fully fenced in yard.
My mom?
Yeah.
Imagine how cool it would
What
be.
would they do with a goat? My dad is gonna be so pissed if my mom wants a goat after this.
And you know what they
Stop
should
it.
get? They should get one of them ones where you yell and it just tips over.
A fainting goat.
Yeah, that would be cool. And if you got one, you might as well get another one. That way the
Dad? Easy.
dogs can chase them around.
Oh my gosh, what would Theo? Well, yeah, Charlie. But what would Theo do with a friggin' goat?
Well, so
I'm asking you.
Probably go nuts.
when you
Yeah,
say
you
like
would.
nuts, what happens if they're female goats?
Well,
Nuts.
yeah.
It's 2025.
Oh,
Probably go
okay.
vag.
Okay.
Easy.
I'm
You're
sorry.
sick.
So anyway, where the hell was that?
You're right there. How do you
in
like
the
your new
basement.
laptop?
So far, I mean, it looks okay. I don't know much
So
about
far,
it
it
right
looks
now.
okay.
Tomorrow, I'll take it out to the office and I'll probably check Facebook on it or something. Something important.
Make sure that it works for all the
That's
bare
right.
necessities.
Yeah. Well, I
Facebook Marketplace,
gotta,
Craigslist,
oh,
eBay.
Craigslist. Wow, you're throwing out some old stuff.
Yep.
There. Connie said BA likes goats. You know why?
Goats. I don't. Do you know why?
Yeah,
I don't want to know why.
because when they come walking over, like, "Hey, Dad."
That's a sheep.
Oh, dang it.
That was funny. See, I told you he loves goats. If I ever got a farm animal, goats would be the first thing I get. What would be the second thing?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say the same thing.
what you would get a goat?
I would get a goat before I'd get chickens. I fucking hate chickens.
I would agree with that. The good news is now that you've said that, I can't wait for you to get a new house
Why? I mean,
One,
same.
because you're going to have that little puppy. Oh
puppy.
my God. It's a bloodhound.
No.
I love
I
bloodhounds.
would take that because there was actually a customer in the
don't.
store the other day that had the cutest bloodhound.
Don't say that. I don't want a dog, and I never want a bloodhound.
Well, never is a long time. I didn't think I ever wanted one for never either, and I ended up getting one.
But
How
you
long did you
lied.
have it for?
You said I always wanted one.
And now that you just said 2 minutes ago.
I would take a bloodhound.
Write down the time. Let's see. What time is it, guys? Because I need to go back and save this for the goat because he said he would want a goat.
Gosh, I want
Oh.
chickens. I don't want a goat.
You're getting a goat and chickens?
I would love chickens.
That's so cool.
I hate
even got a
chickens.
chicken coop for you. And you know they don't do it. You know, she's like,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'll take care of the
Yeah.
chickens. I'll feed them and water them, and I'll collect the
You
eggs all the
screamed and
time."
cried
What?
at Ben and Sarah's.
Yeah, because they have mean chickens.
They're all mean.
First of all,
They're all mean.
First of all, I do all the yard work.
That's true.
I cut the grass.
That's true.
I do all the weed whipping. I would take care of friggin'
You don't
chickens.
have to do anything in the winter, though.
Correct. I do summer. You do winter.
Is it
Frickin'.
mean when you whip the weeds?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, weed.
Yeah, I actually do use a whip. I don't use a. It's like very
Yeah.
old school. I actually
She
sometimes
uses
I'll
the
go
one
out there
from
with.
inside.
Yeah. Sometimes I go out there with scissors.
If you were
It's real weird.
using old school, you would be using what? You would be using a sickle bar,
Yeah.
and you would be swinging it like a golf club. That's why my golf swing is okay and Zach's is not so okay. Because I had to use a friggin' sickle bar to cut the grass down out by our friggin' basketball court that was in the friggin' backyard with no friggin' concrete 200 yards away from it.
Sure.
In a van down by the river.
Coney said, Shelby, are you getting?
I'll
Coney
give you
said-
that one.
Are you getting a new house? Not now. And then she said, you're never getting another dog? What? Why? No, I didn't say that. We're not getting a bloodhound. I don't want a bloodhound.
Timmer made a good point.
We'll always have dogs. What did he say? I can't wait to see the video of Zach and Shelby move that laser out of the basement to a new house. I'm not going to be there that day.
Thank God I'm going to be in Canada that
I'm
day.
busy. I'm so busy that day.
That's going to be a
already.
bitch.
I'm busy
It is
that
going to be
day.
miserable.
That's
I
gonna
have
be
not posted a video in a long time.
That'll be a Clinton.
You
and,
should move. You
That'll
guys
be a
should-
Lurch and Lou.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to move now while you're all still strong.
Yeah.
Because when you get older, you're going to be weak as hell, and you're going to be like, "Yep, the laser goes with the house. I'm just buying another one." And you think that's bad? Wait until you try to get that bread thing out.
Oh, that's easy.
That'll be
That's right out
easier.
the front door.
Yeah.
And I'll bring
That'll
that
be
big
easier.
ginger back
There
over.
you go.
Why do you
He's
keep
really
calling him a
strong.
big ginger?
It's like a monkey. You called it like a like a ginger back.
Stop it. Shame on you.
It's like a friggin' yeah, it's one of them. We got that one from Asia. It's a ginger back.
Honestly, badass, I just haven't had any orders. This year has been the slowest year out of all of them. And I don't know if it's me not posting as much or whatever it is, but
The good news, badass, if you log on tomorrow, Saturday, supposedly my sign is getting built on Saturday.
I don't know if I do a
No
video on yours or
way.
if I do a live stream.
Well, you can just do a live stream. That way you can talk to badass. You know, give you something to do for 7 hours while you're building a friggin' sign.
I also don't have any of the cameras anymore. I'll video it. I'll record yours. The problem is your phone number's on that, so we'll have to do some blurring.
Rot-roo.
I was so it's kind of like my friggin' hillbilly pool that I
Yeah.
had my phone number on the back of the truck. I'm trying to figure out how I get rid of it so I can post it on TikTok.
I already edited it and posted on YouTube.
Oh, it's the one on YouTube. Is it got the
It's blocked, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I'll just take it from there.
Sweet.
Yeah. I was more concerned about the TikTok. You might have an issue with the phone number, but more the license plate.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess
Same information either way.
Yeah.
And even your business name, they could look up all that shit. So
Yeah. I mean, if they
yeah.
wear that every friggin' stupid day. One of these days, I'm gonna. You know what? It's gonna be like RK, 16-foot deer blind guy.
Yep.
When he retired, I bet you he wore work shirts for the next 3 years.
Oh yeah,
I think now he's actually got to buy shirts because he doesn't have none left.
he probably still has some.
See, Badass got number from the live stream. It's all good.
What?
It's all good.
How?
It doesn't matter.
From a live stream?
Yeah, because he's friggin' pinching it.
Zoomed in.
He's pinching and pinching and
Oh,
pinching.
makes sense.
It's all good. It doesn't. I give two shits about it. But one thing I will say,
Fair.
while I'm here, I might as well go over here and hit the thumbs up because how many
No,
people
you're not
do you
supposed to
have?
like your own.
He can.
Oh, you can? Since when?
Shelby, how
Since
many
yesterday.
people? Oh, I gotta sign in for that. So I don't even know how to do that right now.
I don't know how it does the whole community leaderboard, but right now, Prison Mark's #1.
He's number one. He's not.
He
No, he's not.
was
He is so
number
not number one. So we did go up to Houghton Lake last couple of weeks ago. We rented an Airbnb because our trailer is still not done, our fifth wheel. So we have a microwave that melted on the inside. And I think that's a little bit, maybe I discussed this before. I kind of think that there was a short somewhere, not like a person, not
Like
like
Shelby.
Shelby,
Hey.
but like something in the wiring that melted the glass. Because I've heard that it takes like 2,000 friggin' degrees to melt glass. I don't know that for a fact. But so anyway, we go up to our town or our adopted town. And wouldn't you think that Prison Mark would buy me a beer while I'm up there?
You would think so.
Dang.
I mean, I friggin' drove up and down the street. I was like, Prison Mark, can you come out and play?
Can you come out and
I think the
play?
problem was if you yell that too often, his parole officer comes out.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, come to find out, him and one time I was drinking Lonnie. We were down at the lake, and they were putting docks in. So that's what happened.
Did Badass said, did they cover the microwave under warranty?
They did not cover the microwave under warranty. And here's the thing. They covered, so at the same time, or maybe I think it was the same time, so I go to lift the jacks up, not like to throw the
dogs?
dice jacks. Not the dogs.
Oh, okay.
Not them jacks. But so I go to lift the jacks up, and the thing on your phone, because now these trailers, you can load everything up. It's not like Timmer's friggin' ice fishing
Yeah.
camper. I mean, you wouldn't have had none of this issue with that. So I go to lift the things up, and it says short in wiring or whatever the hell the message was. So I'm thinking, okay, when the microwave fried, it fried the friggin' leveler board or whatever. They're covering the board and whatever they need to with the jacks, but they're not covering the microwave, which I think is bullshit.
I would agree.
And it's supposed to be bumper to bumper, 24 months. Timber
You
said-
know, and again, I told you this. You get that camper back and you blast them on social media because that is bullshit. It's a limited blank because of blank.
yeah, just fill in the blank.
Just blast them on social media.
I will do that.
Get them on TikTok. Get them on all social media platforms because that is bullshit.
Tiki-taki.
And that will hurt them more than a bad review or anything like that.
And I will say this, that when I'm online and I come across some of the people that have issues with their campers and they bought them at different places, I'll sit and watch them things for like an hour. It's like, wow. You know, and they talk about the whole thing about how they talked to this guy and this guy screwed them and they added more money on the thing. And it's like, you know, I'm not going to mention any names, obviously, but it's like, you know, when you get in there, you just start watching that, you fall into a friggin' rabbit hole.
Mhm. And then you know, in the back of your head, you won't be going to any of those places.
Oh, Badass said they had their camper for 2 weeks, took out camping and had 14 documented issues. They're covering all of them. Sweet. Was one of them because it rocked too much?
It could be issues with the levelers as well.
Well, I'm just wondering if, you know, the old saying, this camper's a rockin',
Rockin',
don't
don't
come a
come.
knockin'.
Sick.
Sick.
So
Emotional damage.
Little late.
Right on time. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
one of my issues that I had so you get excited. So we've got a couple of slides on ours. So so we get
Is
in
he
and
gonna say something dumb?
no,
We'll find out.
This is just it's
We're
dumb
living it real life.
It's dumb on my part, but
Yeah.
so you get this thing on your phone. You got the whatever on your phone, so you can open the slides up and turn this on and do this and do that. So I open up not the entertainment slide, like the couch where the couches and stuff are. Brrr, thing goes all the way out. Stops. Okay, that's cool. Open the bedroom door. Put that one out. Stops. I go to put the entertainment one out, which is the refrigerator on the outside, the smoker, that stuff on the outside, and then it's got the TV on the inside. So I'm friggin', backing it out, and all of a sudden I hear, fuck. So I stop it, walk in through the camper. Peek around the corner. Yep, one of the doors on the cabinet opened, and I caught it with the slide and ripped the friggin' door right off. Yeah,
No.
That's cool.
yeah.
How do you do that?
So I would open
Stupid is, stupid does.
I opened the couch side. I opened the bedroom side. Opened up the other side, and I'm watching it, and just in case you didn't hear it the first time.
As it's going out?
Yes. So what happened was the camper door opened in travel because they're magnetically held closed.
They don't have a key?
Do
Or are you talking about inside? What?
Yes, they're inside.
I thought you were talking about
Do you have
outside for
keys
some
in
reason.
your kitchen cabinets? Well, you should have for
Hey.
that snack cabinet for Zach. You should have a key on that one.
He's making fun of me.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
I thought you meant the outside door. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, no. So the outside was fine, but the inside, the door opened, and it actually got two of them because at the first door I said, "What was that?" And I
Still
got
just
this thing
blowing
out
right through
because
it.
I'm excited. Got the second one. It took me a couple of weeks to get that one fixed, but I can honestly say it
What?
looks just as good as the day it was brand new.
You think?
Yeah, because I fixed it.
That
Puts-
means that there's a lot of duct tape and a
No-
lot of glue
No,
involved.
so
Does
well, there
not
was
look
some
the
glue.
same.
I took some too. Well, this is where
See?
I had
Well,
Captain Dan
Whoa.
give me some suggestions while we were having a friggin' old fashioned, and
Oh,
he's
boy.
like, take some glue on the toothpick, shove the toothpicks in there, 3, 4, 5, 6 toothpicks, glue them in there, let them dry. Because now you've got wood back in there, and then you can run your screw in there, and it hooks onto the toothpicks, and away you go. Worked very well.
hooks onto the toothpicks.
Yeah, it's kind of like new wood. So it's
Whatever.
like if you do it in the morning, new morning wood. You just screw that thing right in
I
there.
don't like you right now. Don't say that.
Anyway. So yeah, I like the idea of the camper. I'm super happy with it. Really am.
Mhm.
Microwave. I wish I knew what caused it because I still think there's a short somewhere that they're going to replace this. I'm going to change the microwave out and something's going to happen again. But you can't see the wiring.
But again, it's still bullshit that they don't cover the.
Oh, I will definitely go and do the stuff on social.
I would also chat GPT it. Have them look into detailed the contract or the limited warranty or whatever it is to see if there's some sort of loophole.
How many months have you had it?
We bought it 24 in 24. I think it was like May or June we picked it up. So we
It's
still
been
got
about a
some
year.
time. Still got some time.
You're keeping this one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Why would you open your slides from the outside? What are you talking about? I didn't. I was standing inside. I
He
just
just was-
wasn't paying attention.
He was looking at his toes.
Oh,
I was so
gosh.
excited to look at whatever this is on here, Connie. the one control on my phone that's what happens. That's what happens. So anyway, so there's a few things with this computer, Zach.
Yeah.
So the one thing, I have no idea how many people are in here because it doesn't show up on top.
11. Look where it says Charlie the CTP live stream episode 136. Bottom left, 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 under, right there where your finger is forward.
Oh, no shit.
It literally says 12 watching
Yeah.
right now.
Huh. Well, that's new.
11 now.
Yep. And then the other thing is
It's not new.
only got one follower, Chubb.
Huh?
Only one thumbs up on here. Isn't this?
I think there's more. For some reason, those don't load, so you'll have to.
Isn't this
screen.
the time where you say,
There's
"Hey,
10
everyone"?
There's 10 likes, but there are 11 people, so there's one person in this chat who has not liked the live stream yet.
Me.
You
Why?
did tell him he's not allowed to.
And then you told him he could. My grandpa, my step grandpa, used to have a fish
Did he
like
do the
that
hanky
on the wall.
panky?
No, he used to have a fish on the wall, and it used to sing the "Don't Worry, Be Happy" song.
Oh, I hate them things. That's
You
just
had
like
one?
the-
But then it would bend forward, and it would go every time it would sing. It would go.
It's just like them Santa ones. The little
Mhm.
Santa guy that's like, wherever the hell he sang Jingle Bells or wherever the hell it was.
I
Yeah,
like
little-
the dancing Santa more
little
than I like the
dancing-
singing fish.
So we had someone that contacted us the other day on YouTube and was looking for a fishing pole. What was these? Can you pull the specs up on that for me?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay.
That's a lot of work.
I just thought maybe we could have a little conversation about it and see if anyone had, other than.
Does
So-
this work with that?
So here's what happened. So we get someone that's out backpacking, traveling, walking, doing whatever the hell they do, probably walking the Appalachian Trail.
There's no battery in here.
Well, maybe that's why it doesn't work.
You know what's wrong with it?
Ain't got
Ain't
no
got
gas
gas
in
in
it.
So anyway, they were looking for
This sounds like a boring story.
a 6-inch long fishing pole.
Yeah, I'm bored.
You didn't think I thought it was intriguing that this guy was actually
Want a
looking.
custom rod? I want a little one. I need it to be telescopic. It would have to be would have more smaller sections. It would collapse down to about 6 inches long, extend about 20 inches long. Only have 2 eyes. I don't know if the person typing that said that or
What's an eye? No, on a fishing rod. Is that
So-
the top part?
It's a little
front?
the little circle.
At the end, at the tip, right?
Yes, just the tip.
Why do you need to? You don't have to say that ever.
You're talking fishing rods. There's a friggin' fishing rod over there. It's got one eye at the tip.
That's what I said, and then you had to specifically say just the tip. Don't act like a kid.
Anyway, Zach.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
my current rod collapses down to 9 inches 3/4.
They fold
Shrinks.
like they push in on each other like a magic
yes.
wand, where you go whoosh, and then it
Yep.
expands. Thing.
Looking for something that's about 48 grams, looking for something compact and possibly smaller. This is my ultra light survival pack. I've already found fishing reels that I'd like to use. It weighs 2.6 ounces. But before I buy it, I need to find a pole. This is just a little creek fishing pole.
So here's
Can you please help me?
So here's my
Wow.
thing.
That's what they said.
Other than buying the Ronco Pocket Fisherman,
Timmer's being gross too. I'm boycotting you both.
other than being the Ronco Pocket Fisherman, could you look that up?
I'm so cozy right now.
I know, but you're going to have to see what I'm talking about
what am I
here.
looking at?
The Ronco, Ronco Pocket Fisherman. Other than that, the only other thing that I can think of, and that's obviously not,
I'm getting there.
yes. Other than that, the only thing I
What
can
in the
think
world
of,
is this dumb thing?
that's a pocket fisherman. How many people have ever used the pocket fisherman?
So stupid.
He should
So-
just 3D print. We should 3D print this, shall we? Look at
Oh
it.
wait, it's cute for kids. What?
Look at the thing I just sent you.
So if you think about that pocket fisherman, that guy has sold a gazillion of them friggin' pocket fishermen.
Just pull it up on your computer.
It's not coming. It's not syncing. This,
It
this
come up on
text-
mine.
this
I
group
could have pulled
chat.
it up if
Oh,
I
you
wanted
can?
to. Oh.
Pull it up.
Yeah.
You got a computer now. I forgot. Click on that link.
Click on the text.
Damn it. I don't
Click
know
on-
where I'm at.
Why is it not working? Click on text.
On here?
One click.
Gone.
Click it. Oh, it's weird. I don't know. It's not working.
It come up here. I seen it up here. Anyway.
It's not working. I don't know.
Shelby, pull it up on yours.
I did.
So
It's right
so
here.
years ago. Oh, I seen that. That was on.
It's a beer koozie.
Yeah,
This
it's-
one's 3D printable.
and it's got the line on it, so you can friggin' pull your beer out. You
Yep.
can cast that line out. I watched the guy using it the other day. I guess they've sold a pretty fair amount.
Those
of
are
them
on Shark
already.
Tank. This one I can print tomorrow.
Those are on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we watched that episode. Wonder if Shark Tank's on tonight.
We've
So-
watched every episode.
Not really. They came out with a new season. We haven't been keeping up.
So with that, there's years ago, there used to be a collapsible.
Fishing rod.
No,
Pogo stick.
no, it was a friggin'. I think it was an
Pool
antenna.
stick. Oh,
An antenna for a small radio. Do you
Mm.
guys remember them? Where you had like a little radio and you could pull the antenna
Yeah.
up.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
what the guy needs.
Yeah, that is smart.
But then what do you do with all the string? Like the line?
Well, he has a place for his reel. He has a reel that's like 6 ounces or some crazy ass thing.
Is that heavy?
Bye, badass.
I'm going to say
Fire.
no.
Well, technically not by. He's still.
Well,
in
yeah,
there.
he's still watching us.
Yeah. Graham left.
Graham left.
That's pretty poor planning on his part. His phone and his iPad.
Hot
are,
kettle.
yeah, anyway.
Your shit's always dead.
See ya, Eric. Bye. Bye.
Mm.
So anyway, that would be what he could. Maybe I'll suggest that to him. An old TV antenna.
It would bend.
Ooh.
Huh? All fishing poles bend.
That's true.
So how? What are they made out of?
What? An
Fishing
antenna?
rods.
A fishing rod? Like a piece of.
Because how does it have so much give and it doesn't snap in half? You know what I'm saying? Like when
Yes.
you have like a really heavy fish or a shark or a whale on the end.
So this would be the perfect time for you to boop, 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 CTP it. What are fishing poles made of, and why are they so limber? Because I would be curious.
You looking that up?
Nope. I'm looking up a telescoping carbon
Graphite
fiber
and
rod.
fiberglass. You're too late. My arms were already out of the blanket, Timmer. Annoying. Thanks for nothing.
So I have the 2 rods I had last year made by Captain Dan. Absolutely fantastic. One's a light action, one's a medium action. And I can't
And they've
wait.
gotten 0 action since being made.
That's true.
Fiberglass, graphite,
Asshole.
composite.
He is such an asshole,
Bamboo.
Shelby.
You and Dane say that so often.
So years ago, we used to fish with bamboo rods. when my father used to take us up to Augress, the little
What?
town of
Oh.
Augress,
Okay.
we would go friggin' fishing, but we never had enough fishing poles, and he was obviously too cheap to buy us all spinning rods. So we got a friggin'. You used to be able to go to the store. You used to be able to buy the bamboo rod that was in like a bag that was like this long, and it had like 4 or 5 sections you put together. Get a little thing with a bobber, and you throw it out there and sit there all day and not catch a damn thing, or maybe like a little bluegill or something that long. But I think that's where all kids need to start. They need to go into it knowing that they're never going to be any better than a bamboo fishing rod.
That's not nice. Why would you say that?
Damn kids.
I won't.
What?
It's gone.
Oh, jeez.
Joe LeBlanc might know where that place is, but no one else needs to.
That's true. That's true. So anyway, it is 8:15. What do you guys got going this weekend? Shelby has a shower you're going to?
Yes, my friends.
Thank God
bridal
you're going
shower.
to finally shower.
I showed before I came here today.
How's the garden growing, Sheldon?
It's great. The grass in there is really tall. Can't get a lawnmower in there. The
Cool.
fence is up.
Cool.
Got my plants. They're not there.
If
So.
you would like to bring Zach's truck over one day, I can give you a scoop of dirt
Just
if you
one
would like
scoop?
for the back.
Oh, like from your thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not from the garden. I got some topsoil out here to fill half of your boxes so you don't have to buy all that.
Okay.
If you would like. I mean, that's an option. Yes, could you check and see if we got our tags yet?
Yeah.
Memento, Larry. He will take a look at that. I am going up to the UP for
What?
2 weeks
When?
in August. I actually got voted on the fishing tournament boat.
From where?
Pretty exciting. We're going up to. I'm going up to the same
Who's
place.
fishing tournament boat?
So we last year, Captain Dan and my financial guy and Thirsty, and unfortunately I don't remember Thirsty's name, but he's the boat owner, and the financial guy, old J Dub, and Dan said, "Hey, we're looking for a fourth person to go on
But you
this
would have
fishing."
to know how to fish in order to go.
No,
When's
I
the
think-
last time you fished?
I think they were just looking for extra gas money, but I'm okay with that. Totally okay with that.
He's the vibes guy. That's all he
Mm.
is.
So
He's not a good fisherman, but he's great when it comes to the vibes.
So
Got it.
I
He is a
can-
vibes guy for
every
sure.
now and again, it's kind of like when you're on a charter boat where they hook it, they pull the friggin' stuff loose, and then they hand you the rod and say, "Here you go, reel it in." Well, yeah, you guys didn't tell me this is the one that's friggin' 450 feet out behind the back of the boat,
So?
and it's friggin' coming in sideways. But anyway, so we're going up fishing. The tournament starts on Wednesday. Somehow I talked Super K into going up Monday, which means that we're going to have to go up Sunday.
So she's going
to-
with
Also
you?
means you got to activate Starlink.
Correct. But
Don't call me bitch.
we will anyway, because then we're getting into September, October, November, December.
Oh, yeah, because it's August. Okay.
Yeah. So that's like the end of August. So we'll get, maybe 1 month there and, a couple of months coming up the other. Plus we'll be going up for the, if we get up there for food plot weekend, we'll be up there for the August anyway. So we'll have that full month anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So super excited. Going to be able to do a little bit of fishing up in Lake Huron. That'll be a lot of fun up in the UP. And usually what they do is they'll pre-fish for a couple of days before, and then they fish the tournament, and then they fish a couple of 3, 4, 5 days after. So I'm super excited. It's like friggin' 4, 5, 6 days of friggin' free fishing on a charter boat, which really isn't a charter boat. And I'm going to have to like cook some meals, whatever. Be a little camp bitch or something. I figure I'd do some smoking before I left and take some stuff like that. Just no bananas,
I know bananas.
because bananas are bad luck on
Why
a boat.
no bananas?
Bad luck on a
Interesting.
boat.
Yep. Are they really?
Yes, they are.
Why? What happens?
That's always
What
That's
happens?
what I've always been told. And once I was told that, never again. No bananas on my
No
boats.
banana.
I have 0 videos on my computer. I have one that's a rambling video, and I feel like I'm just going to delete it.
I would definitely delete it.
So if you could finish that tomorrow and drop those off,
I'm going to do both of them, actually.
that'd be perfect.
I've got big visions of doing both of them, but when I started the one today, I will say this blind is decent. It would be something I would buy without issue. It's way better than the ones that you got in your store.
Oh, yeah.
But it's something that so let me ask you this.
Okay. Ask away.
So they send you this.
Yep.
They're looking obviously for my review. What does my review need to say?
Nothing. I don't go into any. I don't, because there's been a couple of people. There was it was almost like one of those big fancy bikes. Shelby, what are those?
Electric bike?
Pedal
Pedalton.
pups?
Pedalton.
Pedal.
One of those fancy. It's a fancy stationary bike.
Oh,
Peloton.
Peloton. And it's
Like an exercise bike.
it was like a $600, but they wanted you to send over the videos and blah blah blah. No, fuck that. Because if the item sucks, I don't want it. So if this sucks, or if there's things you don't like, critique it.
Okay.
Critique it the same
Okay.
way that you
Okay.
would any other deer blind.
And that's what I started out doing. So now you have the one video, and you can go through that, and then I'll reshoot the
No,
whole.
just reshoot the whole
I'll
thing.
reshoot the whole thing again.
Try to get what would be cool.
Okay.
Is if you could take a second camera and have two angles.
Okay.
Two angles.
And then I can sync up audio and all that.
Okay.
It would be nice to get into some good editing on my side and some good videos because we've missed out on.
It's one of them things that when it comes, it really comes well, or it comes really shitty. So that's one of the things that I'm going to have to get some lighting in there, because I have no idea whether it's good lighting, bad lighting, whatever the case may be. But it's one of them things. I just need to make sure that I can give the full effect of what the video is, because I think overall the blind is a great blind, but there's some stuff that I would change, and we've talked about it before. So this one has got the long windows, which are awesome. I love the friggin' long windows. I hate them little friggin' triangle windows, drive me up a wall. So there's really no dead space inside this blind. And the holes, the 270 holes are a very heavy, where I pulled the hell out of it trying to get it to like tear or stretch or something like that. And it won't do that. My issue is I want something that goes across there I can lay my gun on, or my bow, or whatever the case may be. Because with these windows, I truly think it's a decent blind. The chair sucked ass, but
I think that is just something they include because I think all those chairs suck ass.
But here's the thing. That chair, greatest thing in the world for a footrest. It's friggin' fantastic. I mean, and it's only like this tall, and it's got like a little canvas net. Looks like, a pair of my old underwear, like this big around. And when you sit in it, it kind of gets up into your junk, so you don't want to sit there. But to put your feet on it, it's the perfect height, the perfect everything.
You know what you should do? Okay, I'm sending another link. I'm going to 3D print that, and I expect you to catch a fish with it.
the cup with the beer?
Nope.
Or
This is a fully 3D printed fishing pole.
Oh, okay.
Travel portable fishing pole, and I expect you to catch a friggin' fish with it.
So is that got the reel in there as well?
Yep.
Oh, you damn well better believe I will. I'll go right down here to the Shelby Township Park, and I'll friggin' nail them all day long.
Well, you
Interesting.
should bring it up to with Captain Dan,
Okay.
and you guys can have a fish off.
Okay.
You use that, and you can go anywhere you want to catch fish.
Okay.
And then that would be so funny. That'd be a good video.
Yeah. Yeah. How long is it?
That one is. So it's that guy. He wanted a fishing pole that's. Shelby, would you do the conversion for me? You're not gonna be able to do it on there.
Oh.
ChatGPT.
Okay.
I assume his current one says 48 grams,
I'm assuming.
and even this 3D printed one.
To what? 48 GRS what?
Hold on, I gotta get there. Even this 3D printed one is 200 grams. So how the fuck does a 3D printed plastic pole weigh more than his travel pole?
I have no idea.
I'm intrigued.
Joe,
Never mind, I don't need it, Chubb.
Joe, yes, I will be up in that neck of the woods. I am going. I think we're leaving let's see. We're coming back on the Sunday before Labor Day, so we'll be up there like 2 weeks before that. So yes, and we will be in Drummond Island the one day. I'm not sure where. We have good friends of ours that have a place over there, so we'll be checking that out. Can you, if it's not too much trouble, can you print me 2 of them fishing poles?
Mhm.
Because in that way, Captain Dan would have to use one. I would have to use the other.
No, because then Captain Dan's gonna get one before you, and it'll be really embarrassing.
No, it's all
my
good.
thought is if you can outfish Captain Dan with his poles,
then
then
I got you.
it's a shit talking video.
Or what you could do is you could almost make it into like an ice fishing rod where you put the 2 things on there and you wrap the string around. That way you wouldn't have to put a reel on there. And then that way you're using it's a true cane pole then.
That's true.
True cane pole. Connie, I like them darn cane poles when trade for a thing. Piece of hot dog gets more bass and bluegill or in sunfish than my grandfather's the handle we had to toss back. It would have sounded way better coming from Shelby because I was
Yeah.
trying to read really fast. Let's see. Bananas give off ethylene gas, which fish don't like. For some reason I don't believe that.
Why don't you
Why?
believe it? Let me ask ChatGPT.
I don't know. Maybe he's right.
I have bananas.
10-2.
Bad luck, spoilage, and poisonous gas. Oh, bananas ripen and spoil quickly, releasing ethylene gas that can speed up
Dang.
the ripening and rotting of other fruits on board, potentially ruining the entire cargo.
Timmer, I apologize.
Oh.
You are the man.
That was
You
the
are
high
the
five.
man.
That's embarrassing.
So when I left this morning, I ate a banana going down our street, and when I got to the end of the street, I pulled
Shit
into,
himself.
I pulled into the middle of the road, so we got divided highway there, and I opened up the window and I threw the banana peel outside, and I videoed. I said, I wonder if anyone's going to slip on this. Still have to, get a little chance to edit it up, but all right, Shelb,
Yes.
what do you got for us tonight?
I have a fun fact about fish.
Sweet.
Okay.
So you know how dogs have like incredibly good smell?
Smell?
Yeah, like a
Okay.
good
Yep.
sense of smell. Fish have a better sense of smell than dogs.
Really?
Yep.
So do you think
Many
when
species like salmon have incredibly strong senses of smell. They can detect a single drop of scent in an Olympic-sized pool.
do you think
A drop.
when fish are in the water and there's people in the water, they're like, what's that fishy smell?
Ew, I thought you were going to say something about peeing in a pool.
Similar.
Like, not really.
So,
What?
Shelb, just one thing,
No.
Just
because
one
it's
thing.
always one thing.
It's always one thing.
Would you ever go to the place where you put your feet in the water and the fish eat the
Oh,
dead
100%.
skin?
Yes, I would love
Sick.
to go there. Do you want to go?
I don't know. It's kind of creepy to me, but
How not?
I would probably go there. I won't go
Yeah.
to a toenail place
A
because
pedi-
I think, that's
Did you get
creepy.
your- did you
That's
get a
creepy
pedicure?
as hell. Yeah,
Why?
no, because I would get all giddy. I would friggin'
Big
Oh, it is. Yeah,
I would
'cause it
start
tickles.
friggin',
Yeah.
I would start giggling like a friggin' school kid. Yeah. Anyway. All right, we gotta get the hell out of here because it's Thursday and tomorrow is FOF. And I got 2 videos to do and kids don't have anything to do. Zach's gonna
Shelby?
be working on my sign.
I'm going to be working on that. I need you have a video on your computer.
Okay.
You have 2.
Wow. I guess he told
Edit.
you.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
Okay. With that
Okay.
being said, we got to get the hell out of here. Don't forget that town right there, Small Town Laser Creations, greatest sign manufacturer in the world, and their sister company, Small Town Sourdough Bread. They will be making sourdough for Labor Day weekend if they get the stuff hooked up soon enough, maybe 4th of July. So get in contact with them on that as well. And other than that, greatest place, greatest people I know. Thanks for watching.
That's nice.
Don't forget, Charlie the Plumber, one of the few things in life you get for free, even on the internet. See ya!
Charlie the plumber that's the name. Living a good life, doing it his way. Oh, come on, folks. Hey, it's Charlie. Woo. CTP, baby.